Oh man, well, while I'm waiting for some more people to get back in here, I have no idea what happened. I think I had too much electrical power going on at one time, and it just shut my screens down. They just went blank. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, everybody get back in here. Like I said, I have no idea what the heck went on, so I'm gonna have to try to figure that out. But anyways, while we waiting, I'll say Kentucky definitely they put a little pressure on themselves at the end of the game. They kind of let Florida back in it. They definitely made it interesting, and they should have put Florida away a long time ago. They really didn't get nothing out of Oscar for the first time. Like, this might be the worst game Oscar ever played at Kentucky. He basically got abused on both sides of the court, which was kind of insane to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't hardly ever see Oscar getting dealt with like that. But hold on one second. Try to refresh something. Let me see. I don't know if that's the right chat box or not. Let me see. Like I said, man, my power just went. Joseph, what's going on? I don't know what the heck happened. My power went out. So I think I got this weird chat box up here. But it actually ain't. Let me see if I can fix it real quick. Let me see before we get into it. While we waiting on it though, what you thought about the game? Yeah, Oscar didn't really give us nothing, man. It was definitely one of the worst efforts that we done seen out of Oscar in a nice little minute. He definitely. What up, Connor? Oscar definitely rebounded like he always does. I don't know what the heck's going on with my chat box. But yeah, Oscar definitely he gonna rebound no matter what. That's just kind of how he gets down. So you can always expect Oscar to do his thing on as far as rebounding. But man, he was terrible on offense. Let's check it out. And plus, like I said, he was definitely getting abused. Yeah, Kaysen is smooth. Kaysen is the key, I believe. Kaysen is the player on this team that I think can take his game up to a level that I don't know if anybody else can. I think, like I said in one of my other shows, I think Kaysen could go Dwayne Wade level. He definitely got to work on some stuff, but I definitely think he got that in him. He just gotta get more aggressive, in my opinion. It's sometimes when I feel like he lays back way more than he should, and I think it's times when he needs to be just because just think about it. He shot 7 for 10. He was 1 for 1 for 3. Still ended up with 20 points, and I just feel like he could have probably did more than that. And he just gotta get more aggressive, man. Joseph, I'm definitely happy about Rondo. I got a guy that I talk to often, and he told me that I'm just going to take his chat box off the window right now because I can't get it to work. And it's kind of getting on my nerves. And it looks dumb sitting on the screen. It's not even working. But yeah, one of my good friends, he said that he ain't sure about Rondo because he said he kind of feels like a lot of guys that have high basketball IQs and played in the NBA. He said that he feel like they have a hard time, coaching up other guys. And, obviously he named some people like Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, guys like that have been coaches, general managers and such. And most of them have been unsuccessful. Usually you get the guys like Eric Spoelstra that came from analyzing video to end up, turning into better coaches. So, we'll see. But I think Rondo and Ulis would be a good combination to learn from, especially if I was trying to play point guard. So I'm generally excited about that, to be honest with you. But yeah, Connor, I was definitely happy to see Collins get some minutes tonight. He looked like he was getting comfortable being out there. He actually was he was working real hard. He only had limited minutes. Let's see how much did he play? He got where's he at? He only played 5 minutes, but he just was active, and that's just what I like to see. He only had 3 points and 1 rebound, so it wasn't like he was filling up the stat sheet, but he was just active. And I think sometimes you got to get used to being out there. So hopefully, he's earned a little bit more playing time. Hopefully we'll see him some more, and he can get more comfortable out there. Daryl, what up, brother? Yeah, Kaysen was on point tonight. But like I was saying earlier before you got in here, I think Kaysen definitely got some another level he can go to. I think he can turn up even more, man. He could give us some more. He could just be more aggressive, and I think he could. I think if he was in the pick and roll situation, I think he would tear some teams up, man. One thing I do want to point out though is finally Frederick took the whatever the little thing was off his hand, whatever the little wrap was on his shooting hand, and he actually came back to life a little bit. He was 3 for 6 from 3. He ended up with a nice little solid game, and we definitely need more of that. So I'm glad to see that he actually looked a little bit better. Joseph, you think we can win the SEC tournament? I don't know. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But I definitely want to see us at least, compete in it and, win a game or two. But I don't know if we can win. It's going to be tough. But getting Frederick back playing good is going to help, obviously. Reeves kind of, he didn't really get involved too much tonight. Let me see what Reeves did. He didn't really do too much. He played 19 minutes. He was 2 for 5, 4 points. He just didn't get involved, but and I hate to see that since he came off of like his career high at Kentucky and he played lights out and basically won us a game. But sometimes it just work out like that. So hopefully he'll get back into the swing of things, and hopefully him and Frederick, if we could get them both going together, we could be dangerous, because I really don't think that we played that good tonight. We almost lost it. So I definitely think we could have played a whole lot better. And I think when the games where if we have Kaysen, Frederick, and Reeves getting off in the same game, I think we'll be tough to beat. Daryl said Oscar struggles with the length and the athleticism. Nah, he does. Pretty much every game this year where he done had some tall dudes or some athletic bigs, he done got ate up. Like, we can't even sit up there and deny it. Let me see what old dude did, what his final stats was. Let me see. Castleton. Let's see. Castleton played 37 minutes, 9 for 16, 8 rebounds, 25 points. Yeah, he was killing Oscar. Yeah, and that's one, like, I hate to see that happen, because that's one of the things that they're going to look at when they, like, signing Oscar up for the NBA, is they're going to be like, man, he ain't even really that good of a defender. Because we know Oscar's not going to be a scorer in the NBA, but if he could have been a solid defender and a rebounder, he would be way better off. But we got to just be honest, I don't think he's going to do much scoring in the NBA. So he definitely got to learn how to play better defense against the 7-footers, because they absolutely have their way with Oscar every single time he plays one of them. But, sometimes, like I said, sometimes you're going to have bad games like he did. And I'm glad to see us at least be able to pull one out with him playing as bad as he did. Because this is probably, like I said, this is probably the worst performance he's had at Kentucky. I mean, you figure he shoot 14 times. You figure he's at least making 7 of them. Sometimes he might even do better than that because you know he's going to be working around the basket. So it wouldn't shock me to see him shoot 65% from the field. But to just think he only hit 2 shots and, you know, like I said, he still did his 15 rebounds. You pretty much ain't going to be able to stop him from getting rebounds. That's just, he going to do that no matter what. But 4 points, yeah, that's crazy. Like, that's definitely unexpected. Because normally, you know, even if he struggles against the big guys, he's still going to end up getting at least 10 to 12, especially if he gets 14 shots up. So it was just kind of wild to see him get completely dominated like this. But like I said, it was just good to see us win a ugly, a tough game. Like, they kind of was making me a little nervous at the end there. I was like, please do not mess this up at home. Like, you pretty much leading the whole entire game and then throw it away at the end. So I was just glad to see him put it away and let's just get home with a win. Joseph said Oscar is his favorite player. Yeah, man. I love Oscar, but I hate to see him go against them tall players because he just ain't been able to do nothing against tall guys. He plays below the basket. He gets up and dunks, but he's not really extremely athletic. So whenever he plays against length, it's kind of tough on him sometimes. But yeah. I hope we beat Arkansas too. In the very beginning of the season, Arkansas looked real good. I thought they was gonna be the best team in the SEC, to be honest. So now I'm feeling like we could get them, but we're gonna have to play a better game than we did tonight. If we play like we did tonight, we probably gonna lose to Arkansas. So we definitely gotta tighten some stuff up. But I think we can though. I definitely think we can. I think we can beat Arkansas, but like I said, we just gotta be on point. Livingston didn't really necessarily play bad, but he didn't really play good. I just think they have trouble fitting Livingston into the offense. I think because they don't never really run nothing to get him no shots. They mostly run the set plays that they run is mostly to get guys like CJ Frederick and Cason Wallace and even some Toppin a little bit. They mostly run plays to get them guys the ball, but they don't hardly ever run nothing for Livingston. So sometimes he just be out there and he's just trying to get in where he fit in, so to speak, and it's just kind of hard. Yeah, Joseph, I think we can beat Florida again. Now, Florida played bad, and I'm sure they'll play better at home, but I still think Florida is one of the teams. I think we can get Florida. But you know how they say when you play on the road, you got to be 10 points better, so we can't play like we played tonight and beat them on the road. We'll lose. But I think we capable of being 10 points better than them. So I do believe that when we play them the next time, I think we can get them. Most definitely. Toppin. I think Toppin did all right. Toppin, I feel like Toppin is a lot more active than he was in the beginning of the season. And well, actually, I ain't gonna say he did all right. He actually played real well. I gotta really look at the numbers and be like, nah, I gotta take it back. He played pretty good, man. He had 17 and 10, 8 for 16. But I like when Toppin is just active, like when he's cutting to the basket. Sometimes he falls in love with the jumper a little too much, but I like when he works around the basket because, he's more athletic than a lot of people that going to end up guarding him in a lot of different situations. So I think it's up to him to try to take advantage of that. And with his height and his athleticism, I like it when he's slashing to the basket or when he's posting some guys up. And sometimes a couple of times he missed some very easy like post shots. Like it was one time in the first half, I think, where he had somebody and he was on the right side of the basket and he like turned over his left shoulder for an easy little hook shot and he missed it. And I'm like, man, like that's one that you should have definitely got. So, you know, he left a couple on the table, but overall he played really well. But like I said, I just like how active he's been over the last couple games, just working hard. But, you know, like I said, the main thing was CJ Frederick actually, you know, taking that bandage or wrap or whatever it was off his hand it made a big difference. It might have been, you know, the keys to the game. All right, Joseph, you take it easy, my boy. We'll holler at you on the next one. Get you some rest. And definitely, yeah, we gotta get this W against Arkansas. Brian Little, what up? Yeah, we got the win. It was an ugly one, but we got it though. And that's all that matters at the end. I want to talk about Sahvir Wheeler a little bit. I think Sahvir is starting to get comfortable with his new role, if you will, coming off the bench. I think at first he was struggling with it just a little bit. And I think he kind of started pressing a little bit. But now I feel like he's comfortable. And if he plays well, you know, like tonight, he's still going to end up with the minutes. I mean, he played 25 minutes. So you came off the bench, but you still played half the game. And, you know, he was 4 or 5 from the field. He didn't have very many assists. Like, he only had 3 assists, but he gave us a nice solid 8 points. Wasn't turning the ball over crazy. He was just being solid. He was pushing the ball when we needed him to push it, and then he was slowing it up when he needed to slow it up. So as long as Sahvir continues to just basically be a solid point guard and know when to pick his spots better, I think he'll be straight. And the more comfortable he'll get, maybe he'll even play even better to where if we need to, we can have him in late game situations like tonight, and we can be you know, confident that he's gonna make the right play, that he's not gonna turn the ball over, you know, because the main thing is we got to make sure, you know, when we get in these tough games that we don't create turnovers for ourselves. And what 2 things you learned tonight? Let me hear it. And we gotta make sure that we shoot these free throws well so we can put these games away. Because, you know, Florida, if we wasn't on point, Florida could have snuck this one away from us. It was an ugly victory. Real ugly, honestly. Got a little sloppy at the end. But you know, like I said, we did what we supposed to do. We got out there. We won an ugly one. Wallace is definitely a lottery pick, and Oscar won't make the NBA. Yeah, I agree with you. Cason is definitely going to be a lottery pick. And like I said, Cason is already solid on both ends of the ball. He's a exceptional defender, and he's good on the offensive end. But I still think Cason can go up another level. Like, I'm just waiting for Cason to get in that aggressive mode when he starts. Because right now I think he just plays a smooth game. Like, he just he never presses. He's never really trying to score. He just kind of lets the game come to him. And that's good. Like, when he goes to the NBA, he might have to play like that. But at Kentucky, like, I can't wait to see him just decide to just turn up and just go get it. And like I said, if he's being aggressive, I would actually like to see him play the game the way Wheeler plays the game, because I feel like Wheeler plays the game like a top-notch guard is supposed to play it. He just ain't as gifted and as tall and able to do some of the things that I think Cason could do if Cason actually played it the way that Wheeler plays it. But Cason just laid back. He'll pick his moments and he'll go try to get it when he feels like it's necessary. But a lot of the times he just, you know, calmly running the offense, getting other people involved. But I want him to look at the clock sometimes and be like, all right, it's 5 minutes left. I got to start going to work, and I got to make sure that I'm either scoring the ball or I'm getting somebody involved every single time I touch it. And whenever he gets to that point, I think he's gonna become exceptional, and we might have a shot to make some noise in March. Yeah. We definitely gotta get this win against Arkansas. I haven't watched them lately. I know that in the beginning of the season they was playing good, and then they fell off, kind of like, they've been going through some struggles like most of the good teams have. But I haven't been paying attention to them, so I'm gonna go look at some some of the footage for some of their last couple games and take a look at them and see what I think about them. Cause yeah, we definitely we gotta get some more quality wins quickly. Cause they still gonna try to keep us out of this tournament if they can. But we gotta they picking up steam. Yeah, I gotta go check them out then. Cause like I was saying, they definitely try and keep us out this tournament. So we gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta make it happen. We gotta get back on point. Cause we gotta I feel like if we get in the tournament, we could be one of those little scary surprise teams. Shoot, pretty much like we did in what year was that, 2014? I think whatever year it was like an 8th or a 9th seed, and we ended up going to the Final Four. We struggled all year, and then eventually we kind of rounded into a good team, and we was able to. We had a whole lot of hard games in that tournament. Like I think 3 of them came down to like buzzer beaters that Aaron Harrison ended up hitting. So it wasn't like we was just in there just running over teams, but we was able to turn into a quality team and give strong competition and pull out some good wins and advance and get to the Final Four. Yeah, we didn't end up getting the championship, but we definitely made noise. Yeah, I definitely think we can shock people though. I think we can be one of them scary ones. I really believe it. But they gotta play better than they played tonight though. Tonight they just really, they had some moments where things was just a little dry, like they was letting Florida sneak back in, and at one point in the game they was looking like they was getting ready to blow Florida out. But Florida, I gotta give credit to Florida. They kept fighting. Like we obviously seen Castleton was definitely having his way with Oscar. He definitely put the rest of the country on notice with the way he was doing Oscar. I ain't really been paying attention to him, so I gotta go check his numbers and see how he's doing against everybody else, because he looked impressive. And they love some 7-footers in the NBA. We got keep an eye on him. They might give him a look after seeing that. More than likely we'll Sweet 16. Yeah, I can see that. Obviously I would want to go to the Elite 8 or the Final Four or even win the championship. But if we being realistic, Sweet 16 is probably a realistic expectation, a comfortable goal that we could set for this team. We definitely, we've been starving for a tournament win. Excuse me. We've been starving, so we gotta at least get one or two. But in the beginning of the season, it was looking bad for us. I didn't even think we was gonna make the tournament, or if we did, I didn't think we could beat nobody. But now we starting to look like we can compete again. So, we gotta, like I said, we just gotta focus on this month. We went through probably the toughest part of the schedule, so now, we got a little bit of breathing room. We got some winnable games, and we starting off right. So we got to finish this month up strong so we can go into March with some momentum. Put some more win streaks together. Definitely. But yeah, I like I said, it was some things to pull away, some positive things to pull away from the game. Cason Wallace had an easy 20. Frederick definitely looked a whole lot better shooting the ball. Severe Wheeler played well off the bench. Toppin was definitely active and making stuff happen. So outside of Oscar still played solid on the boards. Like like I said, it's just always gonna be hard to keep Oscar from getting 10 rebounds. It's gonna be almost impossible. But they might have to figure out some way to help him whenever if they run into some size in the tournaments. Yeah, Martin said he got worked on both ends. He he definitely did. I think they got to figure out some kind of way to send some help whenever he's playing against the taller big man, because it's only the taller big man that do him like that. Yeah, I think Oscar is definitely overseas talent. Um, yeah, I think Marcus Lee is playing in Australia right now. I'm not comparing him to these guys, but I'm just saying. I think Travis Reed or Reed Travis. Was it Reed Travis or Travis Reed? It was Reed Travis, wasn't it? I think Reed Travis is playing overseas. So, he kind of another one that was like a big, strong dude, could rebound. Yeah, he's way too slow for the NBA. And plus, he can't handle the ball either. That's one of the things that that's one of the things that I really like about Toppin is Toppin can get the rebound and he can lead the fast break. He don't got to look for the guards, and when he's out there with the right combination, it can be scary in transition because if they don't pick him up, he can go to the basket and finish. Or if he got CJ or Antonio or Kaysen out there, then he got options to find them guys on the wings and they can make something happen. So I definitely like Toppin, and I wish Oscar could play a little bit more like that, because I think if Oscar was capable of getting you a rebound and leading you a fast break in addition to some of the wing players are scoring, then I think he would be a whole lot more valuable. No, I agree with you, Martin. Like I said, I've been waiting for Cason Wallace to just completely decide to take over the team. And I think it's obvious that he's the best player. He definitely he's the most capable, and he has the highest ceiling, in my opinion, of anybody on this team currently. Now, next year, we might have some guys that it might be a little different. You might have a handful of them that's as good as Cason, but this year, Cason is clearly the best player, and I'm just waiting for him to decide to just become the undisputed leader, the undisputed best player of the team. And I think the best version of us would be with him leading and him taking over the game and him making the decisions and him just being the primary guy and running everything through him. I'm not saying he got to shoot every time, but I want him making plays for other people or scoring the basketball. Yeah. I hope Collins comes back too. Livingston needs to come back for sure. Now, here's the thing though. I think Livingston is one of those guys that I feel like Livingston definitely would be better off coming back next year. But for some reason, I feel like Livingston, if he goes in the draft, I think he will get picked in the first round just because of his potential. I think if you get him in a workout and you just watch him work out, you look at his athleticism, I think Livingston will get drafted. But like I said, I think he should come back to Kentucky, but I don't think he will. But I would like to see Collins come back. The only thing that makes me kind of feel like Collins won't come back is because next year you're gonna have Onyenso, you're gonna have Bradshaw. I'm not sure about Lance Ware. If I don't know if Lance Ware is even eligible or not. But he's definitely gonna have a lot of competition in the front court. So that's one of the things that makes me feel like Collins, if he's trying to make the NBA, he might have to go on and do what some of these other guys did, like Bryce Hopkins, like Keon Brooks. They might have to go down to a little bit lower level of, they still in the Power 5, but go down to a lesser conference, you know what I'm saying? Not like SEC or the ACC or even the Big Ten for that matter. You might have to go Pac-10 or, Big East or something like that. And, Collins might could find a spot and he could progress and grow the way some of these other guys were able to do once they left Kentucky. Because it's just kind of hard at Kentucky because you just got so many guys that can play, so many guys that's on your... Oh, you said Livingston is not projected in the first round? I can see that I can see why he's not projected. But I think if he goes and works out, I think he could definitely change a lot of teams' minds. I think when you just see, when you see him in person, you see how big he is. He got those big wide shoulders, you know what I'm saying? He's athletic. And then if you see him shooting jumpers and he's being unguarded, just shooting jumpers, he probably going to shoot decent. So I could see where they don't have him on the draft board, but also I could see somebody like working him out and then being like, well, if he's available late in the first round, then he might be worth taking a little pick. Not necessarily like a lottery team that needs him to come in and be like something special for him, but maybe like a veteran playoff team that's drafting at the end of the first round. I think, they're not going to change their roster too much, but then they might just grab a player here and there that they can try to groom for like the next 2, maybe 3 years and then bring him in. I think he could be like, maybe like a sort of kind of like PJ Washington, Jared Vanderbilt, some guys like that didn't really get drafted high, but they kind of, low key, decent contributors, nothing special. They not making no all-star teams or nothing like that, but just solid. I could see him kind of being like that. Probably what Ty Washington is going to end up doing in a couple of years. Because like I was saying, Ty is killing the G League. So eventually in like maybe 2, maybe 3 years, he'll probably be solid and he'll be able to really help some team, come off the bench and give somebody some good minutes or something like that. Damn, they don't got Toppins projected in either round. That's crazy to me. And see, Toppin is one of those guys that really, if you think about it, Toppin should be a projected lottery pick. He just not really aggressive enough. If Toppin had the killer instinct, Toppin would easily be a first round pick because you got, good height. He's a decent ball handler. He's super athletic. He actually can, in certain situations, be a solid defender. So it's just kind of up to him. He could be a guy that doesn't make the NBA, or he could be a guy that's successful in the NBA. So it's up to him. Yeah, I think Adu and Onyenso going to help out a lot. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know if either one of them will start. Next year, it could be crazy because I'm going to go on and just say that I believe Bradshaw is definitely starting. DJ's definitely starting. Dillingham is definitely starting. And Edwards is definitely starting. I just believe all 4 of them are going to start. So I think there's one spot for somebody to grab. And I guess it's up to whoever just wants it the most. It could be Onyenso. It could be Adu. Who knows? But I feel like them guys, it's going to be hard to keep them on the bench because I feel like they just got the mentality where they're going to be in attack mode and they're going to be ready to try to make some stuff happen. So, we'll see. But I think it's going to be we're going to be loaded down with some talented people next year. So hopefully I think Bradshaw is definitely a lottery pick for sure. Nah, Martin, that Euro step that Chris did at the end of the game, yeah, that was nice. Livingston showed some signs, man, but he just like I said, I think he's learning how to play in the system, and he's learning in a system that's not really designed for him to even get any plays for real. So it's kind of like he just gets like some little scraps here and there, but Calipari doesn't really do anything to try to get him off. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of just is like out there like running around, like he's setting some screens. He's doing this, doing that. But mostly, Cal's running the plays to get CJ and Kaysen and guys like that, shots. So I think Livingston is doing the best he can with the limited amount of opportunities. But, sometimes when you look at the box score, it looks bad because it looks like he just ain't doing nothing. But a lot of times he's, I think he's going to be okay. Yeah. If Chris came back and played with them guys, I think that would be nice. But like I said, I just don't think he's gonna come back though. Um, Plus, he's already signed by LeBron James agency Clutch Sports, because he's from that area, Akron or whatever. So I think just by him being a Clutch Sport athlete and having that LeBron James stamp, I think that's going to mean something. And I think that, he's going to get an opportunity in the draft. I think as long as he has good workouts, he'll get picked. If he has bad workouts, then, he might have to come on back. But if he goes and has some good workouts, I think he'll be fine. But yeah. Well, anyways, guys, I guess maybe this is a good time to wrap it up. I don't know what the heck I don't know what happened when I tried to do my first stream. I had everything set up, ready to go, and for some reason, both my monitors just went blank, and I had to cut my whole computer off and start everything back up and reboot everything. So I don't know. Maybe I just got too much power going through my computer. So maybe I might have to get another computer to work in tandem to try to take some of the workload off my computer. Cause it was so disheartening. I almost just said F it and wait for the next game. But fortunately I got it running pretty quickly. So, I'm gonna have to try work on that, cause I can't be having that happen right after the game. I'm supposed to be ready to go. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. Oh, and by the way, I want to say thank y'all. Thank you to you guys too, because my channel just did 100,000 views total. So I really appreciate that. It's a small accomplishment, but it's really humbling, and I really appreciate all the people that have been rocking with me. I feel like we are a growing family. So thank y'all. It really means a lot that you guys actually pay attention to it, and we having some fun with each other. So anyways, we'll see you back on the next game. So y'all have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and get ready for the Super Bowl next week. And I'll see y'all later. Take it easy.